Welcome back to another On Base Baseball video. My name is Brian Hafferkamp, and I'm the creator and designer of On Base. In this game, we're going to be playing more Yaya Tabletop Baseball. So this is a new game, still in development, and it's baseball, tabletop baseball, inspired by the classic dice game Yahtzee. So you can see we have our Yahtzee rolls here. We have a chance roll if you don't hit one of the what they would consider to be the lower half of the Yahtzee sheet. And so then we'll just add them up and run the appropriate play here. We also have the back side of our sheet, which has the advanced play guide for base running, tagging, hit and run, steal, if you should get into a rundown, what happens there. And then we also have our fielding, so double plays and error checks as well. So make sure that that's in there okay. Get everything lined up here. Okay. Alright, we should be good to go in this game. I'm going to be replaying the 1979 All-Star game. 1979 All-Star game. So let me go through and I'll show you some of the modifications that I've made. Per the suggestion of one of the testers of the game, I went through and allowed myself to choose 2 star players, 2 power players, and 2 glove men. So what these mean is that the stars on a roll of a 3 of a kind, which is normally a single, they'll get to roll again for a 4 of a kind, so turn the single to a double. And it's possible if you hit on the 5 or 6 4 of a kind, that you could even turn it into a triple or some of these other sort of different kind of pitches here. For the power players, instead of taking just a strikeout, they get to roll for a home run, so from a small straight to a large straight. And for the glove men, there are no errors. So if a ball should go to one of these players, there will be no error check, even if the rules say do an error check on them. So let's go through the lineups for the National League. It's Davey Lopes at second, Dave Parker in right, Steve Garvey at first, Mike Schmidt at third, George Foster in left, Dave Winfield in center, Bob Boone at catcher, Larry Bowa at short, and Steve Carlton in the pitcher spot. For the American League, it's going to be Smalley at shortstop, Brett at third, Don Baylor in left, Jim Rice in right, Freddie Lynn in center, Carl Yastrzemski at first, Darrell Porter catching, Frank White at second, and Nolan Ryan is the pitcher, the starting pitcher for the American League. This was a game that was a classic all-star game. Didn't watch it. I was just a baby, but I've heard that it's one of the classic all-star games. So we're going to play this one using Yaya Tabletop Baseball, and let's get into it. So the first 3 batters for the NL are going to be Davey Lopes, Dave Parker, and Steve Garvey. So we have our dice roller here, and we simply roll the dice to see what we have. We almost have a full house, but not quite. So that's going to be 5, 7, 11, 13. 13 is going to be a grounder to the shortstop. So 6-3 on the putout goes Davey Lopes. 1 out in the inning. We have 3 6s here, so 3 6s is going to be a walk. So Dave Parker takes the walk. It'll be Steve Garvey to the plate. He's a power hitter. That's not going to come into play here. So we have 10, 14, 15. 15 is going to be a fly ball to right field. So Garvey flies out to right. And it's going to be out number 2. Runner still at first base with Mike Schmidt coming to the plate. So 3, 4, nothing there. 10, 11 plus 4 is 15. That's another fly ball to right field. And that'll do it for the National League in the top of the first as they get 1 on and they leave 1. no runs. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. American League up, it'll be Smalley, Brett, and Don Baylor. There's a single, and that's a stroke to left field as Smalley gets on with a base hit. And he'll be at first. Let's go ahead and try to steal for our stealing second with our leadoff guy. So two of a kind. He's going to be safe. Most of these, if there's anything, he's going to be safe. So we do have two pairs here. So basically safe, safe and safe. So that's a stolen base. And it's going to be George Brett to the plate. For George Brett, he is a star player, so if he were to roll a three of a kind, he could roll up. And he does not. He just misses the full house there. So that's 6, 9, 10, 13. 13 is going to be a grounder to the shortstop. So 6-3 on the putout, and runner stays at second base as the play is in front of him. 1, 2, nothing there. So 6, 7, 12, 14, 15. 15 is a fly ball to right field. And that's going to be out number 2. So 2 outs, runner at second base. And can Jim Rice come up with a big hit? He cannot. He just misses that full house there. So it's going to be 7, 10, plus 9 is 19. 19 is a grounder to the third baseman. Third baseman is Mike Schmidt. He's up with it over to the first baseman, and that's going to be all for the American League in the bottom of the first. So they get a leadoff single from Smalley. He gets the second, and they can't move him around. So it's going to be top of the second, no score. This is the 79 All-Star game. It will be Foster, Winfield, and Boone in this inning. So 3, 4, 5, nothing there. So 5, 10, plus 7 is 17. That's a grounder to the second baseman. Second baseman is Frank White, and he makes the play at first base, so out number 1. Dave Winfield to the plate. Nothing going for Winfield, so it's 10, 11, 13, 17. 17 is a grounder to White again. So he makes 2 putouts in a row and brings up Bob Boone, the catcher for the National League. Just missed that full house again, so that's going to be 10, 11, 14, 17. Another ground ball to second base. So that was the Frank White show as the NL goes down 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left on, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. For the American League, it'll be Fred Lynn, Carl Yastrzemski, and Darrell Porter. 1, 2, 3. So nothing there. So 9, 10, plus 3 is 13. That's going to be a grounder to the shortstop for out number 1. Carl Yastrzemski now up for the American League. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Yaz doesn't have any special marking. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be a strikeout. If he were a power hitter, he'd have been able to roll for the home run. But as it is, Yastrzemski strikes out, and that brings up Darrell Porter, the catcher. Just missed a full house here, so that's 25. 25 is going to be a hit by pitch. So Porter gets plunked by Steve Carlton, and he'll be at first base with 2 outs. It's Frank White to the plate. White takes a walk, and that's going to put runners at first and second with 2 outs, and the pitcher spot, Nolan Ryan up. 3, 4, 5, nothing there. So it's 7, 10, plus 6 is 16, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field, and Ryan is put away for the third out of the inning. So the American League gets a couple on. Can't score any, so it's no runs on, no hits, and 2 left on. Excuse me, for the American League. So we'll go to the top of the third inning, be the bottom of the order for the NL, Larry Boa, Steve Carlton, and then back to the top of the order with Davey Lopes. There's nothing here, so 10, 12, 14 is going to be a fly ball to left for Larry Boa. Brings up the pitcher spot, Steve Carlton. 2, 3, nothing. So 10, 15, 21. It's going to be a strikeout swing as Carlton goes down on strikes. And it's going to be Davey Lopes back to the top of the order with Davey Lopes. He grounded out to short his first at bat. This time he pokes one to the left side, and that's going to be a solid single. And we got batter up here. Let's go ahead and try to steal, even with 2 outs. Let's see if he can make it in there. He does make it in with the stolen base. And so a runner is second now with Dave Parker to the plate. Parker is a star player. And that's not going to matter here as it's 8, 13, 14 plus 5 is 19. That's would be a ground ball to third base. And the third baseman is Brett, and he's over to first with it, and that'll be out number 3. So the National League gets their first hit of the ball game, and Davey Lopes is stranded at second base. So no runs on 1 hit, 1 left on, and we head to the bottom of the third inning. Back to the top of the order for the AL. It's going to be Smalley, Brett, and Baylor. Smalley singled his first at bat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this time he gets a hold of one as he drives that one deep down the right field line, and that's going to be out of here for a solo home run for Smalley. And the American League takes a 1-0 lead. George Brett, the batter, he grounded out his last at bat, so it's going to be almost a full house there. So 10, 14 plus 6 is 20. That'll be a ground ball right to the first baseman. And he flips to the pitcher covering, and that's going to be out number 1. Don Baylor flat out to right in his first at bat. And so 12, 15, 16, 21 is going to be a strikeout swing. So Don Baylor goes down for the second time in this game. And Jim Rice to the plate now. He is also a power hitter, so let's see what happens here. Just misses the full house, so it's going to be 12, 14, 16. 16 is a fly ball to center field. Pretty well hit, but still in the park. And that's going to be out number 3. But the American League does get 1 run on the Smalley home run. He's now 2 for 2 in the game. We go to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be Garvey, Schmidt, and George Foster for the National League. 2, 3, nothing there. So it's going to be 11 plus 6 is 17 plus 2 is 19. A ground ball to the third baseman. Brett is up with it and over to first for out number 1 as they get Garvey at the top of the inning. It's going to be Mike Schmidt. Schmidt with a fly ball to right in his first at bat. 2, 3, 4, 5. Schmidt is a star player, not a power player. So 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be a strikeout. And 2 down in the inning, and brings up George Foster to the plate. Foster with the 3s over 5s full house, and so that's going to be a double to the right center field gap as it splits the center fielder and right fielder. And Foster rolls into second base with a stand-up double and brings up Dave Winfield. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for Dave Winfield. 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be a strikeout as he strikes out with a runner at second base. Can't come through for the National League, and that'll be out number 3. So the NL gets a runner to second base on the Foster double, but they can't bring him home, so no runs on 1 hit. 1 left on for the National League, and we head to the bottom of the 4th. The American League is up 1-0, and it'll be Fred Lynn, Carl Yastrzemski, and Darrell Porter to the plates. So 2, 3, nothing there. So 12, 15, 20, 22. 22 is a strikeout for Fred Lynn. He's 0 for 2 in this game. And Yastrzemski struck out in his first at bat. Let's see what he's got here. 2, 3, nothing there. So 10, 12 plus 8 is 20. That'll be a ground ball to the first baseman. He's going to take it himself. So Garvey takes it to the bag for out number 2, and it's going to be Darrell Porter to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. He just misses the full house here. So that's going to be 8, 9, 10, 13. 13 is a grounder too short, and that's going to be out number 3. So 1, 2, 3 go the American League in the bottom of the 4th inning. They still lead 1-0, and we head to the top of the 5th with the bottom of the order coming up for the National League. It'll be Boone, Boa, and the pitcher spot, Carlton. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to a hitter that's not a power hitter is going to be a strikeout. So another K for Nolan Ryan. And Larry Boa stands in. Boa flied out to left field his first at bat. So nothing here. 8, 13, 19, 20. 20 is a ground ball to the first baseman. He flips to Nolan Ryan covering and brings up the pitcher spot with Carlton. Carlton struck out in his first at bat. Just misses the full house here. So 10, 16, 22. And that's going to be another strikeout for Steve Carlton. So Nolan Ryan, 2 strikeouts in the inning, and the NL goes down 1, 2, 3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's going to be Frank White, Nolan Ryan, and Smalley. Smalley hit a home run back in the 3rd inning. So 4, 5, 6, nothing there. 7, 8, 12, 17 is going to be a ground ball to second base. Second baseman is Davey Lopes, and he makes the play. Brings up the pitcher spot. 1, 2, 3, nothing there. So 8, 13, 14, 17. Another grounder to second base. And that'll be out number 2. Nolan Ryan 0 for 2 on the day. Oh, got 2 of them in there. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6 for Smalley, who is not a power hitter, although he hit a home run in his last at bat. This time he is going to strike out. So first time that the National League has been able to get Smalley out. He strikes out for out number 3. I'm sorry, that's the 3rd out of the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the American League. And we head to the top of the 6th inning. Still 1-0 AL over the NL. And we flip over to the top of the lineup. It'll be Davey Lopes, Dave Parker, and Steve Garvey. 1, 2, so nothing there. 7, 13, 14, 16 is a fly ball to center field. Davey Lopes now 1 for 3 on the day. Parker 0 for 1. He walked in the first inning. Nothing here. So 10, 19, 21. 21 is going to be a strikeout. So get Parker swinging. 1, 2. And Steve Garvey to the plate. He's over 2 with a flyout and a ground out, but this time he gets on base with a single. If there were runners on, they would have been able to take 1 extra base, but he's the only one. So Steve Garvey stands at first base with Mike Schmidt at the plate. 1, 2, 3, and nothing there. So 9, 10, 11, 13 is a grounder to the shortstop. He's going to go the short way, 6-4 on the putout, and that's going to be the end of it for the National League in the 6th inning as they get no runs on 1 hit. They do strand Garvey at second base, and they are still behind 1-0 as the American League comes to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to be George Brett, Don Baylor, and Jim Rice. 4, 5, 6, nothing there. 10, 18, 22. 22 is going to be a strikeout. So out number 1 as Brett goes 0 for 3 so far in the game. Baylor with no hits up to this point, and he will remain hitless. So it's going to be 10, 12 plus 6 is 16. That'll be a fly ball to center field. And that's out number 2. And Jim Rice with a fly out and a ground out so far. Nothing there. 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 6 is 14. And that'll be a fly ball to the left fielder, Jim Rice, as he pulls it down the line. But not deep enough. And so it's going to be 1, 2, 3 again for the American League as they go down. No runs on no hits, no one left on. And they are still in the lead, 1-0 as we head to the top of the 7th. But a very slim lead. So it's going to be Foster, Winfield, and Boone. Last time up, Foster doubled to right center, And this time he's got a 4 of a kind. He's a power hitter, so that's not going to play in here, but that's going to be a double. And that's back-to-back doubles for George Foster in the game. Let's see. He had a double with 2 outs back in the 4th inning. Let's see if, or the 5th inning? 5th inning, I guess. No, it's a 4th. That's a 4th inning. So he had a double with 2 outs. Now he's at second base with 1 out, and let's see if the National League can bring him around. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Winfield has no special designation, so that's going to be a strikeout. And the National League just hasn't been able to come up with that big hit yet. Let's see if Boone has it. He does not, so that's going to be 9, 10, 11. Plus 2 is 13. That'll be a ground ball to the shortstop. Runner holds at second base. And Larry Boa, last chance here in the top of the 7th inning for the NL. 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. No special designation for Boa. 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be a strikeout. And that's going to end the threat for the National League as they get the leadoff runner to second base but can't get him around on the George Foster double. No runs, no 1 hit, and 1 left on. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning with the American League up 1-0. It'll be Fred Lynn, Yastrzemski, and Darrell Porter to the plates. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 to a player who's not a power designation is going to be a K. So second straight strikeout for Fred Lynn in this game. And it'll bring Yaz to the plate. There is a full house, so that's going to be 3s over 1s, and that's going to be a double down the left field line as he reaches out and strokes it down the left field line for 2 bases. And that's his first hit of the day. And we go to Darrell Porter now. Porter 0 for 1. He's hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. Let's see if he can do some damage. And almost has the full house, but not quite. So 8, 10 plus 3 is 13. That'll be a grounder to the shortstop. And that's a play made right in front of the runner at second, so he's going to hold. And last chance here for Frank White. Frank White, 2 for nothing there. 9, 10 plus 4 is 14, and that'll be a fly ball to left field for Frank White. So a good scoring opportunity there for both teams in the 7th, and neither can bring home the run. No runs on 1 hit and 1 left on for the American League. Time running out for the National League as they only have 2 innings left. They're down 1-0, and it'll be the pitcher spot, and then Lopes and Parker. Got a 3, 4, 5, which doesn't do anything for anybody, so it's going to be 8, 12, 16, 17. 17 is a ground ball to the shortstop, or to the second baseman for out number 1. Very close to a full house here. Let's see if there's going to be an error on the play. So 0 to 11 is an error. So that's going to be 6, 7, 9, 10. And so that is going to be an error on the play. And so Lopes gets on via the E. It'll be Dave Parker to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He struck out his last at bat. And he just misses the full house here. So 4, 5, 11, 12. And that's going to be a grounder to the second baseman. Let's see if they can turn a double play. 2 of a kind is a double play. 4 of a kind is out at second and an error on the throw to first. Let's see what happens. We do get we get a 3 of a kind. So no double play. 2, 3. We get a 3 of a kind, but not a 2 of a kind or a 4 of a kind. So no double play, but we are going to take the force out at second, so that's a fielder's choice. That's going to be out number 2, and Dave Parker's on with the 2-6 fielder's choice. So the NL still alive in this one with Steve Garvey coming up, and he almost gets that small straight. He's a powered hitter designation, so he would have had a chance to roll for a home run, but doesn't quite come to it. 4, 5, 6 isn't going to do it. So that's going to be 2, 8, 12, 17. 17's a grounder to the second baseman. And Frank White makes the play over to first base. Yeah, squeezes it for the out, and that's going to be all for the National League in the top of the 8th inning. So no runs on no hits. They did get one on with an error, but they strand one at first, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 1-0 American League over National League. This is the 1979 All-Star game. Almost a full house here for the pitcher spot. It's going to be 12, 14, 16, 21, so that'll be a strikeout swinging for out number 1. Almost a full house there for Smalley, but it looks like 10, 22. 22 is going to be a strikeout, so that's back-to-back Ks for Smalley after he hit what has so far been the only run of the game with his solo home run back in the 3rd inning. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing one there, so that's going to be George Brett. That's 7, 8 plus 10 is 18. That's going to be a grounder to the shortstop. And the shortstop is Larry Boa. He gets it over to first base, and that's 1, 2, 3. The American League goes down, no runs on no hits, 2 strikeouts in the inning. And this is the last opportunity here for the National League. They got to come through. This is Mike Schmidt, George Foster, and Dave Winfield. Foster with back-to-back doubles, his last 2 at-bats. But not much happening with Schmidt. So let's see what he's got. Just misses that full house, but this could be an error here. So 5, 6, 8, 9, and it is going to be an error. So Schmidt gets on with the error. Let's go ahead and steal second. Foster's had some good luck here, so maybe he'll just be able to knock one in. So 2 of a kind is going to be a steal. They do get the 2 of a kind with the 5, so stolen base for Schmidt as he gets into scoring position with no one out. George Foster to the plate. Foster just misses the big hit. That would have been another double for him, but instead it's a 5, 7 plus 12. 7 plus 12 is 19. That's going to be a grounder to the third baseman, and that will not advance the runner as that play is made in front of the runner. And so Dave Winfield comes to the plate with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. 1, 2, 3, no straight there, so it's going to be 4 plus 5, 4 plus 10 is 14, and that's a fly ball to left field. No need to try to advance the runner there, as a single can possibly score him. So let's see if Bob Boone can come up with a big hit. Last chance for the National League. And there's nothing there. I'm really looking hard to see if there's anything, and there's not. So it's going to be 10, 12, 14 plus 5 is 19. That's a hard grounder down to George Brett. Brett is up with it over to first base, and that is your ball game. As the National League gets no runs on the, they get 1 error, so they strand a runner at second base. Tying run at second base. Can't bring him through or bring him down. And so we go to the, that's going to be our ball game. So 1-0 is your winner for the American League. And that is Yaya Tabletop Baseball. So I don't have time really to do the stats or anything, but this is sort of a game in development. If you'd like to know more about it, just send me an email to onbasebaseball@gmail.com, and I will send you out this version. You can test play it for yourself. It comes with the rules. The instructions are 2 or 3 pages, and then you have the front and back here of the actual chart to play the game. All right. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section below. and I will get to them as quickly as I can. If yeah, I think that's a good game here. 1-0 American League wins over the National League in the 1979 All-Star game. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you